First off, let me say thank you to everybody that watches these videos and have subscribed. And if you haven't subscribed, please like and subscribe because I could use all the help I could get. I started this YouTube channel in retirement because, I was bored. I had nothing else to do. When I retired, I figured, hey, I'll build a shop and then I'll start another business. And I'll be free to do what I want to do. But when I looked into starting a business, I looked into all the insurance and regulations and all the stuff that requires, and came up with the fact that basically I'd have a business that would be paying the government taxes, and I really wouldn't make a lot. So I had to find something else to do. So I like building stuff, so I decided to start a YouTube channel. My first two videos, they didn't do so well. I got kind of discouraged and stopped doing videos for a while, for almost a year, and then decided to pick it back up. The last few videos have done better than I expected, so I figure I'll keep doing this. And thank you for watching again. This next video is for being retired. You don't have a schedule anymore. When you were working, you had a sense of purpose. You were the guy. You got things done. That was who you were. But when you retire, you kind of lose that. So you kind of lose the schedule. So I ended up staying up late at night and sleeping in every day. So this kind of gets me out of it, but I still have problems sleeping because, you'll lay there in bed and you'll be like, oh, a squirrel, look, another squirrel. Your mind's going crazy. So I decided to make a meditation machine. Ended up buying a toy from Target that projects a picture of the moon or some other stuff on the ceiling, and I found this really neat chip. So hopefully you'll find this video interesting because this chip is something special. I mean, it does basically the same thing that when I was into pinball, the sound card used to make noises for different things that happened on the pinball machine. Well, if I'd have found this card back then, I could have made a custom machine that did all kinds of call outs and stuff. So even with that, for an audio project, if you have a Halloween project or you have something that you want to, a project that you want to add voice or vocals to, this chip is really neat. So hopefully you'll find this video interesting. To me, this is a pretty amazing chip. All you have to do is supply 3.3 or 5 volts to it, to two of these pins. Pin 1's the VCC, pin 7's the ground. And then you have on pin 4 and 5, you have an amplified speaker output, and on pins 6 and 8, you have a speaker output. So you can hook a speaker up to this directly just to these two outputs. And then on this side, the last 4 pins are your selectors, and you can select up, down track with this one. This is ground, this is start, and this is up track, or up volume with a long press, or low volume with a long press on the lower. But this thing's amazing. You can put any kind of music on this, and you got an instant MP3 player to add any kind of voice to your devices. So just an amazing device, and it's $2. I got 5 of these, a little bit more than $2. I got 5 of these for about 12 bucks. And this was the toy I used to dissect for the projector. And you can get these DF player minis off of eBay or Amazon. I think I got mine off of Amazon. They were like 5 for 12 bucks. So you can get these mini discs almost anywhere. You just need this particular card. And on my setup, this particular card will fit, I don't if you can see it. It will fit into this slot on this USB extender on my Mac. Now, some machines will have the thing where you can put the card in the adapter and just put it into your machine, and that would work in the top slot here for this device. So the good thing is I have both. I can put it in the menu, and all you really have to do is go to your computer and select the file. Now that'll come up when you put it in. It will come up as probably an untitled drive. So basically you just select your MP3 files and you drag them into that file. And if it's an MP3 or a WAV file, it's ready to play. So this is the relay that I used. So this is an old desk that was going to be thrown away, and I decided to repurpose it. Basically, we're going to have a square block, and then this is going to be sitting on top of that, like that, and then this is going to come up and mount around the projector piece. So we're going to turn this mess of stuff into an actual mount. Okay, so we got the pieces cleaned up and we're ready to weld. We're going to make an X, and then we're going to cut this wood piece down the side, and that'll fit on there like that, and then we'll make the top. So we've taken the 6 screws out of the toy, and this is what we see. And it looks like this is going to be really usable. So on this unit, we're just going to remove the 2 power lines. We're just going to take these 2 power lines off here and set it up for a constant input. So we can see inside the projector that all it is an LED. So that means we need a dropping resistor across that. And also, these wires are kind of chintzy. So we're going to make them bigger so they hold up a little better, and then heat shrink the back of this. And here's the schematic. You got a 12-volt wall wart, supplies 12 volts power. That comes over and feeds the adjustable cycle delay relay. And then it comes down here and feeds a 7805 regulator, which are easily gotten off of eBay. Just look up 7805. A couple of filter caps. And then it goes over and feeds the normally open connector. The common connector, when this relay activates, this puts the 5 volts across here, comes down, feeds the Project G10 speaker that I have, which is not really necessary. You can put an optional speaker without an amplifier, but if you have an amplifier, you have to wire it up this way. An optional speaker, you have to wire it up from pins 6 and 8 to the speaker. So supplies power to the speaker, comes over, supplies power to the projector. There's a resistor, a dropping resistor, that unfortunately I'm showing it, my schematic is wrong. So the resistor is actually on the positive side, not the negative side. Not that it makes that big a difference, but normally an LED needs a resistor to protect it. So this is actually over here. Now it will work here, but it's usually better to put it on the supply side. Comes across, goes down. Now you can see this DF mini module is upside down. Here you have a cutout, and the cutout is set up just like a chip. If the cutout is here, then pin 1 is here. So you got pin 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So we can see that 4 and 5 are tied to our jack that feeds our speaker. Our ground goes to the shield cover of the speaker, and on this side you have the controls. So in order to start it, you hit the start button and it starts the timer, which allows the 5 volts through. And after 20 or 30 minutes, whatever you set it to, it's going to turn off by itself. So it will turn off the projector and it'll turn off the speaker and the DF mini card. Over here, we can see that we have a ground on pin 10. So the ground comes out, you hit the start button hits pin 12, and this will start on track 1 of the DF mini player. And then you have 2 other buttons connected to ground. Okay, ground is common to all 3 buttons. But if you go to pin 9, a short press will go to the previous track. A long press will take the volume down. If you go to this button here, which is connected to pin 11, a short press will go to the next track, and a long press will turn the volume up. And that's it. It's pretty basic. So this shows you where to set your jumpers on your timer. For us, we're going to need jumper on T for time is normal, and select working mode. That is going to have to be on MON for a single cycle. Also note that the back resistor towards the white plug coming in, that is what you adjust for your 30 minutes or whatever you want to set this timer at. So this is the unit finally put together. Right here you have a 12 volt input coming into a 5 volt regulator. The 12 volts goes to the timer because the timer needs 12 volts to activate this relay. So we had to use 2 supplies, the 12 and the 5. The 5 volt goes to the MP3 board, and it also goes down to the speaker amplifier that's been modified. So it's hooked up here, goes down to the speaker. So if we want to start the sequence, we hit the timer button and you'll see the timer come on. The timer's on. So now we got to turn the MP3 chip on. So this goes to pin 12 from pin 10 to pin 12. And we can see our music has come on. And we can use these 2 buttons to select the track. They're also used for volume if you hold the button down. So we can turn it down, we can turn it up. And we can also see that the 5 volts has been supplied to our projector. So this is our completed device, our meditation device. If we hit this button, we turn it on, and this button starts it. And we can go up track by short presses, or down track on this button by short presses. And we can decrease the volume by long pressing this button, or we can increase the volume by pressing this button. And on the projector, we have a focus we can meditate and fall asleep. And after 20 minutes, the timer will turn off. So hopefully, this will be the answer to my sleep problems. So this is what you see at night when you're using your machine.